Let's move on to movies I'll only watch while drunk. That's not true. I'm not going to be that harsh. But Morbius.
Really?
From the Venom verse. It's from the Venom verse.
Is it just because it's Venom, or you just?
It's going to be so good. I'm predicting that straight away.
So I'm not gonna lie. I actually really liked the look of this trailer. I thought it looked really interesting, and
I thought Matt was actually excited for Morbius.
It looks okay. It looks okay.
Matt,
I'm being a dick.
Matt, I have no interest very little interest in superhero movies, unless it's like a Batman movie. I have very little, next to no interest because they bore me. But this actually looked really interesting. I thought it looked really, really interesting. So, but now I'm just hearing this, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
I have the littlest fucking faith possible. I think this is it's a.
Can we please see this?
You know what?
As a family, because I would love to see you eat your words. I think it's going to be so good.
You guys go first, and then I'll go into my shit. Adrienne, tell me your thoughts on the Morbius trailer.
All right. First of all, vampires, dark, gritty vampires. We combine this with the superhero verse with Jared Leto, and we have a holy trinity. It's going to explode, and it's going to be amazing and super cool and really dark. And I hope there's it's a bit gory and disgusting, and that it's a bit depressing. And I love anything. I'm always interested to see what Jared chooses, because he's a very peculiar guy, and he always picks something that has a lot of layers to it. I'm sure he got a very decent paycheck for this, and he's not stupid in getting in on, this. But I think it would genuinely have to take something special to him to do it. And I'm very, very excited, because dark vampirism is one of my all-time favorite genres in any capacity. So I'm super keen.
Jesse, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, I'm not into the whole, I'm not into superhero stuff, whether it's Marvel, DC, really. It just doesn't interest me. I usually get bored. But this one looked really, really interesting. Or unless it's like Batman. I kind of tend to like, when I do superhero stuff, I kind of tend to like it when it's done darker. I loved Joker, even though it wasn't really, and the Batman stuff. I like it when they do darker stuff. And DC tends to do a lot of that thing.
Well, thematically, Joker's pretty dark, so
and this one looks kind of dark, and I like it when they do that, because that's when I usually get a bit more interested in it, because it's not all happy, bang boom, So this looks really interesting, and it kind of reminded me of and I've read this was kind of linked to it. Do you remember the original Blade with Wesley Snipes?
Yeah,
yes.
I loved
Me too.
Blade with this. I absolutely love Blade. Wesley Snipes. I know they're making a new Blade. I don't know how you can make a Blade without Wesley Snipes, because to me he is Blade. I know he's getting old, but
but Mashallah Ali is incredible.
He's a good actor. Yeah,
he'll if anyone's going to help us forget about Wesley Snipes,
I don't want to forget about Wesley Snipes. He's such a good Blade. He made that character. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, and because Blades deals with vampires as well. But yeah, I'd go see this. Honestly, I'm interested. As I said, I don't know how good it's going to be, but from watching the trailer, because I don't know the story behind it. I have no idea what it's about. But I kind of got an idea from the trailer, but it just looked interesting. So
can I quickly add before I forget? The director Daniel Espinosa did one of my favorite ever space movies or horrors as well, Life in 2017. Remember that movie?
He did Life? Okay,
yeah,
I'm sold.
that thing scared the bejesus out of me.
That was a good movie.
It was good.
I liked killing off Ryan Reynolds early, because you kind of go to see him.
Well, apparently, so fun fact, apparently in that movie, Ryan Reynolds wasn't supposed to be killed off first. But I think because he had commitments with Deadpool 2, that he ended up being the character that was killed off first for that reason.
There you
I
go.
believe that. It was around the same time. You know what? It's a fun way to connect all these things together. In the trailer for Life, I can't believe. I bet this is how he got I bet this is how he got to direct this. But fun fact, in one of the trailers for Life, there is actually a shot not from the movie, but it's actually from Spider-Man 3. They wanted a reaction shot to like something on Earth.
I've heard that
took
story.
a shot from that.
Yeah.
Which Spider-Man 3 also has Venom, which led fan theories online to believe that Life was secretly a prequel to the Venom movie, which it wasn't. But now the same director is directing Morbius. Like, this shit's not a coincidence. It can't be. Like,
No.
Like, I reckon that happened and that got Sony going, oh, we should get him to direct a Venomverse movie.
I mean, to me, any movie that's similar to the first Alien, which was Life, was very similar to the first Alien. I'll probably end up loving it. So, and I really enjoy it. So now that I know that, yes, I will be seeing this now. So, Matt, you can come along with me. Yeah. We can link arms. We can skip to the theater, and I'll watch with interest your reaction unfold.
I'll watch it once, and then I'll come to the session you guys go to, and I'll just bring some binoculars, and I'll just
I'll sit there with you, 80. We'll just watch him. And here we go. Here's Matt. What's this?
Is he
what kind of reaction is this?
Oh my god.
Is this interest or disgust?
I'm trying to find the release date. Is it it's not January. I think it's probably March
I think it's a
February,
March. Right? I think it's a March
I'm trying
one.
to find it. I don't know if did they announce it? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, look. First of all, again, it's not that I hate the movies. I just hate the way Sony treats the Spider-Man universe. Like I said, what do I always say? Sony are what? Parasitic, life-sucking, blood-sucking parasites. They are the worst to Disney. Okay, now look.
But Disney's not?
No, because they're sucking the life from Disney.
Okay,
Disney
all right.
have Spider-Man, and Sony are like, we get every other character to do with Spider-Man. Okay, pop quiz. Have either of you ever heard of Morbius before this movie?
No.
Okay. Morbius is a fucking D-list character, right? He's a fucking nobody. I don't even think he's ever had his own comic book. It's true, he has crossed paths with Blade, but this is it. Spider-Man villains. What's his superpower? He's a vampire. That's it. It's the fucking vampire that fights Spider-Man a couple times. Like, there's no one that's even remotely interesting to fight Morbius. They've literally just went to Marvel, what are all the characters you won't use? And we'll have the scraps from under the table.
Hang on.
Morbius is one of them.
What do you mean, like, with the fighting? Like, there's no one interesting to fight him? What do you mean? Like, is that because he's too, like...
Morbius's only guy to fight is Spider-Man.
Why?
Like, who's Morbius's biggest villain? I don't know. And I fucking grew up reading the Spider-Man.
Wait, but Matt, you're talking about this from a person that loves Marvel.
Yeah, I'm saying
reads
there's
the comic
no
books.
source material. There's no source material that is remotely considered good for them to adapt. So they have either got to create some new shit from scratch, or they really got to scrape the barrel. Like, making a movie about Morbius is scraping the barrel so much. That's like if we were doing spin-offs of Breaking Bad, and you go, oh, maybe we do a Skylar movie, maybe we do a movie about Jesse, maybe we do one about Gus Fring. This is like if you got Gus Fring's assistant's next door neighbor's dog and gave him a movie, right? That's the equivalent. Morbius is a fucking nobody. Like, I'm pretty sure he's okay, but that's not why I'm not mad at this movie. Okay, I'm mad because the tone's all fucked. It's like come on. Look. Casting Jared Leto isn't a bad choice.
He's very connected great choice.
It was only a matter of time till he played a vampire, if he hasn't already.
That's true. Everyone thinks he is one anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. But look, I don't love the look of him in his vampiric form. That being said, I don't love the look of the original character. I think the character he's based on is very uninteresting. I will say this trailer is leagues better than the last one. I think the last one, they barely showed anything.
Yeah.
But I'm also just mad at how Sony always they're so desperate to tie this into Spider-Man. All the Easter eggs are here. Like, you got the Vulture in this from Spider-Man Homecoming, which is Michael Keaton's thing. The shitty joke at the end where he's like, who are you? We are Venom. Just kidding. I'm Dr. Michael Morbius. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Don't remind me that you're connected to another movie that sucks. Like, look. I'm sure it'll be okay. But like, it's gonna have a forgettable villain. I'm interested to see Tyrese from the Fast and Furious movies to play someone that isn't in
a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah. I think I've only ever seen him in like one other film, and I forget that film.
You probably thought it was also a Fast and Furious film.
Probably.
Him in it.
That being said, I don't think he's a tremendous actor, but you know, it's something. And yeah, I do think it's interesting to see them sort of touch on some horror-inspired stuff. I just hope they do a better job with the horror elements than Venom, because Venom was originally rumored to be R18, and now we just have shitty jokes of, come on, Eddie, let's go bite bad guys' heads off. I want to bite your head off, Eddie. It's like shut. I hate that so much.
You know, I love Venom.
I really hope they don't do this.
I think Venom's hilarious, and Venom reminds me of my dog cringy. Lilo, because all she does is like, and I just think of her. Whenever I hear him make the jokes, I'm like, this is cute, this is funny.
I really hope Let There Be Carnage. I was really hoping it would fix on the cringy comedy, just like, because I think if you take the cringy comedy out, Venom's actually not bad. Right? But like, then the first trailer comes out and the first thing is Venom cooking in the kitchen like, la-di-da-di-da, you got snacks, you must eat snacks. It's like, shut the fuck up. You sound like a Sesame Street character.
Do you know what I'd be interested in? I'd be interested to see the difference between people that are fans of Marvel and Marvel comic books that are like really into all that, you know, all the Marvel stuff, and people that are just like casual moviegoers that don't know anything about it. So like someone like you, for example, Matt, that's really into the Marvel stuff and's read the comic books, and people, and then there's people like me and 80 that haven't really, you know.
Yeah, like I don't have that detailed of a background.
Look,
so
I'm just saying. Look, I'm going to go on the movie and try not to judge it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sort of hyping it up for comedy's sake, because I'm trying to entertain people on the podcast a little bit. But like, to be real, like that's why I always go, I guess Venom wasn't that bad technically.
I love your passion and I love your aggression. I think it's it is entertaining, but it's
Thank
great.
you. I hope the audience agrees. But look, what I will say is, for an average moviegoer, I get it, right? Venom, the one thing they got right with that movie is the design. He looks really cool. And in this, like, there's this few shots where like the teeth are coming out. Like, he looks kind of cool. And I'm assuming, to someone who's hasn't been spoiled with a million stories like this, superhero or super anti-hero, whatever, vampire movie, that sounds great. People who liked Underworld might like this. People who liked, obviously, Blade might like this. It's within that world, and knowing that this could potentially cross over with something like Venom, or who knows, maybe even Spider-Man, that would just hype people over more. I just found out it is January. I'm not saying, that being said, I know generally January is considered a death kiss to films, but I think after COVID, I'd imagine.
It should be fine.
Well, it's a definite movie we've got to review, without a doubt.
Well, there probably won't be a lot of competition to take up our time, so yeah, we'll definitely watch Morbius. I'll try and be as unbiased as possible. At the end of the day, I just want to see good storytelling. And yeah, like, a movie like this doesn't even need a good villain. It just needs there to be just a couple cool action set pieces. And yeah, but just, I look at a trailer like this and I feel like I'm in 2013 again. Like, the blue in the shadows was really cool back then. The fact there's a scene in the first trailer, I'm not sure, maybe it's in this one too. I can't remember. I haven't watched in a few hours, but there's a scene where he literally just lists off his superpowers. It's like, I've got this superpower, and I got this superpower, I got this superpower. It's like, did the writer not want to put any effort in at all? Like, it makes me, because I just feel like Disney have really set the standard of quality.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Sony movies aren't even coming close to that bar. And that's why it frustrates me. But I will shut the fuck up. I think it's hilarious that you guys think this movie looks great. Because I feel like I'm outvoted. And look,
I'd say it looks interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, look, Venom did like, I think it was 800 million at the box office. So
yeah.
what the fuck do I know? And Let There Be Carnage is coming out here soon, but
I straight up think this is going to be a banger. I'm just putting that out there. So I'm really excited.